Nearly 5 years ago, I wrote a book about Kaaba. I explained Kaaba in that book. The English translation of the title, the name of the book is um, The Life Codes of Kaaba and the Language of Symbols. In this book, I explained why Kaaba is cube-shaped and what is the meaning of each wall and each corner as well. And I also made this uh, chart, and the Muslims can understand easily each corner of Kaaba, the meaning of each corner. Sorry. And when we turn around of Kaaba 7 times, what is the meaning of each turning? So whenever they turn, they find um, here the reason why they circumambulate around the Kaaba. The back of this chart, there is a pyramid. Pyramid is the opposition of Kaaba because Kaaba is the symbol of equality, justice, and morals. But pyramid is, as you see here, in each corner, a symbol of violence, symbol of hierarchy, symbol of um, arrogance, uh, meanness, violence, and fascism, racism, every kind of discrimination. And the world is not being governed according to this shape. The world is governed according to this shape, pyramid. And Muslims are stoning Satan-shaped column in Kaaba. They stone 7 times, and each stone has a message. What is the first stone's message? Second stone's message? Third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and seventh. How Kaaba as a message for the good things. The western part is fire, northern part is earth, and southern side is ocean, water, and the western part of eastern part of Kaaba is air. The sun is directly coming to the Kaaba's door, which is symbolizing Fatiha, and the Safa hill is on the eastern part of Kaaba. Also, Muslims are starting walking to Marwa, which is in the north. They do this walking 7 times. Each of them is related to Fatiha's principle. For example, first verse of Fatiha is أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. That when we translate into English language, um, the God wants us to pay attention, stones Satan. Satan, our bad body wishes, and our arrogance, meanness, violence, and our lust goes to adultery and fascism. But when we look here, modesty, generosity, controlling our body, and also forgetting the past and being universal, going to Kaaba. Each part of this also symbolizing some worships. For example, eastern part tells the air side. Also, it is important to clean our brain because the left brain doesn't believe in God. This is scientifically proved. And the right brain believes. Uh, so, La ilaha illallah, that means there are no gods but Allah. So, we have to clean every fake God with left hemisphere. And then we bring the God, the Lord. Allah means the God. So, after cleaning our brain and our thoughts, we bring the Lord, because God never comes to our heart when we have a great sympathy and ambitions for money, for um, arrogance and power and racism, feeling ourselves happy in a group, uh, in a nation, because these are meaningless in real Islam and Quran, and also when we look at the shape of Kaaba, the Muslims are shaving their uh, hair around of Kaaba, then they turn together, then they understand that they are a big community after coming to Kaaba. Uh, it is so stupid being racist, being fascist, while turning around of Kaaba shoulder to shoulder. And this is symbolized by the water side because there are more oceans in the southern part of the world. And the north there is more land, and that is earth, and the western part is fire, and that is there is a very huge desert in the western part of Kaaba, and this has message. For example, in the north there is enough land, so you can earn, but you must share. There is enough land, no need to fight each other. And when you look at the south, that is water. Don't think that you are coming from your father, just a drop. Your past is your mother. Mother is like ocean, because in Arabic language, means mother, and umman is also symbolizing the seas, oceans, and we are all human beings, and we are just part of this ocean, and this takes us to universality. And when we come to Kaaba, we feel it. And the north is zakah. Zakah means the money which must be given to the poor people. Western part is desert, and the desert is a fire, symbolized as fire. The Ramadan fast, when we don't drink and when we don't eat, we remember the African in the western part of Kaaba, so we think to help them. And the God makes us to remind all the poor people in the desert of Africa. So we have to think that. So in the north is zakah, is the money for the poor people. We must share, we mustn't fight. There is enough land, it's Eurasia. There is enough rain in there, water as well. And the western part, we must fast in Ramadan, and we remember the poor Africans in Africa. And also the western part is Wild West, because many black uh, Africans, they were taken to the America, and the whites killed many Africans, and also redskins. So it is called as Wild West. So to control our violence in our heart, the Ramadan is very important to bring the peace also. So in the south of Kaaba, it brings us the universality, turning around of Kaaba altogether. And I explained also here in the west eastern part, that is the air, and the door is there, and then we clean our mind with La ilaha illallah. That means there are no gods but the God. The God is translated to Arabic language as Allah. Allah comes from El Ilah, and El means the, Ilah means God. So that makes the God the one unique Lord of the universe. Okay, we choose Kaaba or Pyramid. That is our decision, of course. So um, I explained in my book the life codes of Kaaba. If you speak Turkish, I recommend you to read this book because this is going to open your minds about Islam. And also we will understand in this book why Fatiha is at the first chapter of Quran with 7 verses. And the 7 verses of Fatiha are like 7 notes of music and also 7 colors of a painting. So without 7 notes of music, we cannot understand a song very well. I mean, we cannot compose a song without knowing 7 notes. And we cannot paint very well without knowing the 7 colors. So we cannot understand I mean, we cannot understand Quran without 7 verses of Quran. Sorry, Fatiha. And what are those 7 principles? Let's talk about this. Uh, in the following video, I will explain this one because there is no enough time. That must be 12 minutes the most. Thank you for listening.